guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. I am in the office, so I'm sorry for the boring background, but I just could not bring myself to move everything into another room. You know, this whole quarantine life has me just really lazy, and I totally didn't realize today was Friday. So it's 8:09 p.m. at the current moment. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw the day of the week and I was like, oh, let me record something. I had something planned, but I made an interesting realization today about the fragrance that I want to share with you. I'm having some fragrance deja vu. So the fragrance I want to talk about first is Michael Kors Sexy Sunset. If you watched last week's video, then you'll know. Around the holidays, I like to pick up little, you know, discovery gift sets or whatever. You get a lot of minis usually. It's a good buy. You can try out some different things. And I had 3 fragrances in there. The jasmine fragrance, this one, and then there's Rio de Janeiro. This is actually my favorite from the 3. I'll just throw that out there. The one that I did last week was my second favorite. And then if I decide to talk about the Rio de Janeiro, I will, but that's my least favorite. This one, the bottle, it looks like the big one. If you can even get your hands on a big one, I'll go into that a little bit later. Really just simple, classic, sexy. So if I had to pick some words to describe this fragrance, I would say that it's very soft, it's sweet, it's very pretty and bright. I know some of you that watch me regularly are probably like, why isn't she going to the notes? She always does that at this point, but I'll do that later and you'll understand why. When you first spray this fragrance on, it is very sweet and fruity. It's like a fruit punch. And then that dries down fairly quickly. Yeah, and it dries down to like a very bright, musky floral scent. So I have been wearing this for a while now. I picked these up in December, and you know, just with the weather and what's going on, I wanted something like bright and cheery. So I've been going through this whole little set. But it gave me some fragrance deja vu. Today I was sitting down working and I realized, I'm like, I've smelled this before. I have something in my cabinet with this. What is it? It like drove me insane all day. And then I finally realized what it was, or is, I should say. It is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. I don't have a full-size bottle of this. I do have a tester. And I'm glad that, you know, even though I do try out testers, I keep them around because there's times like this where I'm just racking my brain and I like to go back to it and reference to it. So yeah, this Michael Kors fragrance smells just like Marc Jacobs Daisy. All right, I will give you guys the notes and I'll let you know what stands out the most for me on the Michael Kors fragrance. I also have the Daisy fragrance notes too. I think I'll just do a side-by-side overlay so you can see the 2 fragrances and what the notes are, and you can kind of understand where I'm coming from with this. So for the Michael Kors Sexy Sunset, the top is pear, black currant syrup, freesia, and lotus. The mid is peony, gardenia rose, magnolia, and jasmine sambac. The base is sandalwood, cedar, vanilla, and ambrette, which is like a musk. Daisy has strawberry, green violet leaf, and grapefruit. The mid is gardenia, violet, and jasmine, and then the base is white woods, vanilla, and musk. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of similarities in these 2 fragrances. Obviously they're not identical, but they're very similar in the fact that when I first spray the Michael Kors fragrance on, it is very sweet and it's like a fruit punch. The opening is honestly the only place where these 2 differ. I find them to smell similar, but the Michael Kors fragrance is sweeter and that it has more of a floral punch to it as well. Daisy, it is linear on me. So how I describe Michael Kors will be the same as how Daisy just wears in general. Once this dries down, it is what I would say like a bright, musky floral. Again, they do share a lot of similar things. So In the opening, obviously they have some sort of fruit, something sweet. There is no citrus in the Michael Kors fragrance like there is in Daisy. I really don't notice it in Daisy, to be honest. The only thing I do notice, like I said before, is how different the Michael Kors opening is. In the mid and base, they both share, I think it was gardenia, and they also both share jasmine. And then there were also some wood. So in the Michael Kors fragrance, there's sandalwood and cedar. And then in the Daisy fragrance, they just had like white woods, which is like general, just something that you really can't pick out like specifically what type of wood it is. It's just very light and offensive. They both do have the vanilla, and then they both have some sort of musk. The Daisy just lists musk, and Michael Kors lists the ambrette. So in that regard, they are very similar. And once the Michael Kors fragrance smell dries down, it smells exactly like Daisy. So overall, I would have to say that, and this would be for both of these fragrances, honestly, if you think about it, I find them both to be very generic, but that's not a bad thing. I feel like they both make really great everyday dumb reach scents. You could totally wear these to work. They're very versatile. You know, you could totally wear these on date night too. They both on me dry down to be kind of like a skin scent. The only thing that I do really like about the, well, Michael Kors over Daisy, there's two things. The opening's better on Michael Kors, but it does last a little bit longer than Daisy does on me. But this is where these two fragrances really differ, all right? When it comes down to price, and this is where I make my final recommendation and decision. I don't know what Michael Kors was thinking. I seriously don't. I picked this whole little discovery travel setup in December, around Christmas. I mean, we're only in April and you can't find it anywhere. Like, they don't even sell it on their website anymore. It's really hard to find online. I found a 1 ounce bottle of the Michael Kors fragrance for $50. $50, okay? Whereas like Daisy, I saw it before when the stores were open everywhere, like TJ Maxx, whatever, for like 20 something dollars, $30. I see it online now if you're really desperate to pick it up and you don't have it already. The 3.4 ounce bottle is going for like 50 bucks. So I mean, just on that alone, it's really a no-brainer. Unless you're like a die-hard fan of, you know, these Michael Kors fragrances, it is worth it. I do like it. But if I already had Daisy, like, I would not pick this up, and I will not be buying a full-size bottle of this. It's just too similar. It seriously is just too similar for it to be worth it. So I hope you enjoy this. I would say, have you tried this? But apparently this is really hard to come by now. But if you did try it, let me know. But I'd love to hear your stories about like deja vu moments if you have them. Put those down below. Love hearing from you guys. Till next Friday. Oh, and before I go, let me know if you even want to hear about the Rio de Janeiro fragrance. If not, then I'll just pass on it. But let me know in the comment section down below. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.